What's good, y'all? This Money Don't Sleep podcast. Back again for another album review. This time we're doing GMO Stax. I met him one time, him and somebody else, I don't know. They was masked up. I was doing Uber. They was in the back seat of the van. Fantastic. I'm whipping through the city. I was with this nigga for like an hour. We're just chopping it up about music. And he was like, randomly, he was like, what you think of that GMO Stax nigga? I started talking like I don't really know dog music, you know what I'm saying? I ain't heard cuz this, that, and the third, but I see his name everywhere. Then I talked about like the incident that he had. Fast forward, he get out right out the car. I instantly go on Instagram. I'm like, this the nigga that's in the car. You feel me? Mind you, he still got the mask on, got on the Cuban, him and somebody else. Fast forward, riding around, we chopping it up and shit. Then he was like, "Yeah, I'm Stacks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm familiar." Then I was telling him about Ghetto Baby Boom, this, that, and the third. Him being on LOM Rudy album. I'm like, I like that shit, but I'm like, I think I heard you on the Babyface Ray shit. Like, yeah, he on there. Fast forward, he's sharp. So GMO Stacks dropped a new album. It's one of my favorite albums out this year. I don't really like too many young dudes, but Youngest in Charge 2, GMO Stax. 15 tracks, 36 minutes, 51 seconds. It's close to the same amount of time Illmatic was, but Illmatic only had 10 songs, 11 if you include the intro. So I'm about to run through his album. Youngest in Charge, YIC. He say he run the West on that song. I ain't heard nobody contest it. He from the number streets. I'm rocking with the album. Ain't my favorite song, but it's fire. Then he got Rap Captain. He talk about, you know, growing up without a father, stuff he want to do with his mom, for his mama. He want to talk about being on his top 10, being on the top 10 in the city. I don't disagree with that. I feel like I don't know why a lot of people don't throw him in there or in the mix. I don't know, be too much shit that's going on. But like for me, like he got substance. He talk about stuff. He talk about struggling. It ain't all about shining. He running around with a Cuban on. Then he got Rap the Brand with Babyface Ray. This something I want to say. I'm gonna say this about two songs. You need to do two verses when you do features, and your feature do the hook, because then it become their song. You hear them more, so you hear more Babyface Ray. You did your thing on your verse. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you got off. It's debatable of who had the better verse, but I still feel like it's a Ray record. But it's fire for the album. Then you got Couple Times. Pick a side. I mean, y'all got to be decisive if you want to hang with him. You can't be wishy-washy, this, that, and the third. He talk about sliding in designers, spending all his money just to go slide in them. Then he talk about the people that hang with his ops. You cannot play both sides when it's real. Because bullets ricochet, like Big Key said. How I'm Feeling, another track. Talking about not being able to post pictures with friends because they really in it. You know, that song going in here and real description about stuff that's going on in the city, that's going on in his life. He young. I think when I met him, he was like 19, 20, probably like 21, 22 right now. At that age, I feel like he got a lot to live for. He can do a lot. And he got the song Coat On. That's one of my favorites on the song, album. He talk about how trust will get you killed and how he got 2 day ones. People don't understand that, like, you got the day ones, the people that you came from the hospital with, them, you know, the kindergarten people. Then you got the day ones that when you was able to like actually choose your friends outside of the neighborhood, or you know, that type of stuff. So I get it. I'm rocking with that. Then he got Roll 'Em Up featuring ETSG. You should have did two verses. G did his thing, you did your thing. I feel like you got the best verse, but it still feel like a ETSG song because he did the hook and a verse. So the hook like rappers, when y'all do songs with people, whoever did the hook, it's they song. Like when 50 talk about writing for game, he not talking about the verses, he talking about the hook. Max B say the same thing when he's talk about writing songs. The hook is what you're gonna hear the most. The hook is approximately 10 bars. People are doing like 12 bar verses these days, sometimes 16. Stretch Money on one song did like 20 bars. It's rare that people do more than 16s. It's rare these days that people do more than 12s. Therefore, that's the person's song. So the hook come in, ETSG rap, hook come in, you rap, GMO Stax, hook come back in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got off. I feel like you had the better verse on that song. I ain't gonna debate with nobody. I feel like Stax, you got off on that record. Um, I know I got something when I was writing my notes because I was writing this down while I was listening to it and I was stuck on the song and then I'm like, damn, I done went past the song. So some of these songs gonna be out of order, some might be in order. But Rich Niggas, that's my favorite song on the album. Like this song had me just like 30 times straight. He talk about, you know, giving his man his last 100. He talk about smoking dead ops, wearing Baccarat cologne. That's some fly shit, if I do say so myself. Because a lot of women like niggas who smell like cologne and weed. But what I would say is, you know, you smoking that good stuff and you got that cologne, women gonna like to smell you. That's a win-win. And then they say, who's last to last in the game? That's what life is about. You wanna win the race, you know what I'm saying? Losing so many people, not wanting people around you, that is crazy because that's a trauma response. But you don't need that in your life at a young age. But that's how the game go. All right, GMO Stax got a song called "Missing My Niggas." I like the song. He talk about fighting demons. We all battling demons. It's a lot of relatable themes that he talk about. He talk about booking flights for women, the party for the weekend. Him and his dudes having a good time. That's a good thing. When you're young, you want to live, you want to travel, you want to see the world. It's a lot of stuff that's going on out here in these streets and in the inner city that we got to learn how to escape and travel, expand our horizons, try new things and things like that. I like that record as well. Then he got a song called "We Ain't Gang Banging." He talk about his ops only being fresh in his casket. It's a term where it say, you know, you're gonna be casket sharp, meaning, you know, wear a suit, this, that, and the third. And then he talk about having a gun at church. Historically, gangsters bringing guns and weapons into church has always been a big thing of paranoia. Once you're a gangster, you can't turn the gangster off. You know what I'm saying? And then you talk about, you know, waiting his turn, like how a lot of people complain about what position they in instead of waiting their turn. When it's your turn, it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Um, direction to success is just hard work. Then he talk about like how he got some people that's dead or in jail, and you know how he missing his niggas. And then he got a song called "Did That." He talk about he taunting his ops and people claiming his work, and it's about get back. It's a nice song. It's up tempo. I'm feeling it. And then he got the song "Only Options" with Rod 49. I like it. I feel like he should have added another verse again, like with the Baby Face Ray song and this song with ETSG. I feel like he should have added another verse. He talked about standing on all 10, how the truth hurts, having to make it happen. And you know, it's a lot of stuff he got going on this song. Then he talk about putting pressure on people, big homies. A lot of older gentlemen from the neighborhoods and different neighborhoods misled people, so people feel like the generation before them let him down. But he real young. He talking about, like, putting them on big homies. A big homie to them will probably be somebody in their 30s or 40s. So him being as young as he is and feeling like he have more than a lot of people my age and older, he doing his thing. I get that to him. And then he talk about, like, not letting people play with him. He's a short guy. GMO Stax is a short guy. And it could be a complex thing, or it could be a thing of us as men displaying dominance. I feel him on that. Then he got the song All 10. Um, I like that song as well. And that's the song I meant to say. He certain things he was saying on there about putting pressure on ops, having to make it rapping, wanting to move his mama out the hood, and staying in the streets, being selfish. Yes, staying in the streets is very selfish. When you make it to a certain level and you got a certain level of conscience, you got to be conscious about your actions. Ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law or doing something stupid. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to protect your interests at all times. Then he got a song called Thuggin' to the End, with one of his comrades, the big homie, Walk 'em Home. It's about brotherhood. They on there popping these stuff, going back and forth. I'm happy to see the big homie home. They doing their things. But GMO Stax, one thing that was said in this song Thuggin' is y'all was talking about choppers and this, that, and the third. And then you got a song with Shy Glizzy. I'm just talking shit. The Shy Glizzy song called Choppers. I feel it too. I think Shy Glizzy is good with hooks. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you got off on that. Fuck with Shy Glizzy as well. Overall, honestly, as far as like young dudes go, GMO Stax got my favorite project this year so far. I'm feeling it. I rock with it. I remember meeting him and him telling me to listen to his music, and he told me different people in his crew, they names, Lil Bro, Ghetto Baby Boom, the big homie was locked up at the time, things of that nature. I believe he said some more names I can't think of offhand. But since I've been listening to his music, um, I'm a fan. I rock with him. You know, Youngest in Charge is something I feel like people should check out. Once again, salute. Money Don't Sleep podcast.